Today's Indian Express article. This word means super blue moon, an unusual full moon. This Rakhi, but neither blue in color nor super in size. This full moon, this Raksha Bandhan Rakhi is celebrated on the Purnima of the month of Shravan. On August 31 was unusual. It was both a blue moon and a super moon, and therefore it is a rare trifecta of astronomical event which is called as super blue moon. What is super moon? The orbit of the moon around the earth is elliptical. We know it. It takes the moon 27.3 days to orbit the earth. The point closest to the earth in the moon's elliptical orbit is called as perigee, and the point that is farthest is called as apogee. A super moon happens when the moon is passing through or is close to its perigee and is also a full moon. A full moon occurs when the moon is directly opposite to sun as seen from the earth and therefore has its entire day side lit up. The full moon appears as a brilliant circle in the sky that rises around sunset and sets around sunrise. The moon appears full not just on Purnima but also on the night before and after the full moon night. Then what is blue moon? Though the expressions once in a blue moon implies a rare or unusual occurrence, a blue moon is not that rare an astronomical phenomenon. The commonly accepted definition, one endorsed by NASA as well, say that blue moon occurs when a full moon is seen twice in a single month. Because the two new moon cycle lasts 29.5 days, a time comes when the full moon occurs at the beginning of a month and there are days left still for another full cycle to be completed. Such a month in which the full moon is seen on the first or second will have a second full moon on the 13th or 31st. According to NASA, this happens every 2 or 3 years. So this blue moon happens every 2 or 3 years. So that is we can see a rare phenomena of 2 or 3 years in which we can observe blue moon. So blue moon is the second full moon in a month. And why it is called blue? So there is a word called believe. So it says that which is not usual and something unusual or not in normal condition happens, it is called as believe. So that's why it is a blue moon. So that is some unusual moon, it's called as blue moon. So it is not there is no correlations of blue color here. It don't look like a blue, but it is unusual phenomena, so it is called as blue moon. First full moon of August 2023 occurred on August 1. That was also a super moon, but the super moon of August 31 was bigger because the moon is now closer to the perigee. So is blue moon actually blue? No. Sometimes smoke or dust in the air can scatter red wavelength of light, as a result of which the moon may in certain places appear more blue than usual, but this has nothing to do with the name blue moon. Speaking of colors, the moon does appear more yellow or orange when it is lower in the sky, closer to the horizon. This is because moonlight travels for a longer through the atmosphere at this stage, and along the way more of the shorter bluer wavelength of light are scattered, leaving more of the longer red wavelength. A NASA explain points out that dust or pollution can end up deepening the reddish color of the moon. And is the supermoon bigger in size? According to NASA, a full moon at perigee, that is called supermoon, is about 40% bigger and 30% brighter than a full moon at apogee, called a micromoon. However, it is unlikely the difference in size is noticeable by most people. The moon could appear somewhat brighter though, but whether one is able to make out the difference depends on factors such as how cloudy or polluted it is at a particular locations. So perigee means supermoon appears 40% bigger and 30% brighter than the micromoon, and the moon at the apogee, so at the farther distance, is called as micromoon. So this is the article. We should note some terms here, that is blue moon, what is super moon, And what is red moon? We should know this. This is very important.